New Black Wall Street Book Club. Evan Jefferson, brother, much love. Educating, elevating, because in knowledge is the power and we'll never give it up. Literature's for the masses. Where to put your money down, now how to watch your assets. Yeah, uplifting others is a passion. My brother Evan, he will turn it into action. New Black Wall Street Book Club. You should come read with us. Yeah, we comprehend and discuss. Yeah. We all just come together. There's no limit for us. Here comes your host, New Black Wall Street. Evan, take it away. New Black Wall Street Book Club. New Black Wall Street Book Club.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, my beautiful people. Thanks so much for tuning in as you chime in, as you come to visit and partake with us today on New Black Wall Street. Go ahead and say hello. Go ahead and say good morning. Don't be shy. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Marvelous Monday. As I just listened to our music from Mr. Conte, I don't know if I've ever, I listened to it, but did you really listen to the lyrics? It says, New Black Wall Street Book Club, you should come read with us. If we all just come together, there's no limit to us. We all come together, there is no limit for us. And today we're back here with the New Black Wall Street Book Club. I want to say good morning to everybody that's over at the New Black Wall Street, the Black Business Empowerment Group, Atlanta Black Business Network, and also Black Enterprise. If you like to connect with us or you want to engage with us, just come on over to my personal page where we are actually broadcasting today. I want to thank you so much for your support as we continue to go through the lessons from the richest black man in the world. And so I think this week we should be completing the book, which is Dangote's 10 Commandments on Money. And we'll get right into what we're going to be discussing today. Good morning, Miss Bethany. How are you? Now, I want to let you know today's sponsor is the ERGJ Black Bookstore. That's right, the ERGJ Black Bookstore. You can probably see the logo up in the top left there. You can actually go to the page, go ahead and like the page, follow the page, and peruse the page, because it's going to be nothing but black authorship. We've decided that we're going to move away from everyone that don't look like us, and we're going to highlight those that do, so we can make practicing group economics easy. And so you're going to be able to find all black authors, all different genres. We're still sorting out the store, the collections, and things like that. But nonetheless, ERGJ Black Bookstore, where you can find black authorship right here on Facebook. The shop there, make it easy for you to find what you may be looking for, whether it be self-help books, whether it be devotional books, whether it be erotic love novels, got all different types of stuff, and we're adding to the collection, adding to the offerings as we speak. Now, of course, in that bookstore, you'll find the book that I wrote, The Black Billionaires Club. In case you don't know, out of 2,043 billionaires in the world today, only 12 of them are black. We actually wrote a book about it. We believe that if you want to be wealthy, you should study wealthy people. Study what they do, what they have done, what they have overcome. And matter of fact, what these black doesn't have done to get to their place of economic status. They all have a story. And the thing is, do you know them and do you know their story? And I believe that we need to capture our own history as we continue to move forward in this world that we live in. We can't allow some other group to tell our history and then expect for us to get the truth. Does that make any sense? Right? We can't allow some other group to capture and tell our history and then expect to get the truth. Because as you guys know, our history has been whitewashed. And that's exactly what we've been learning in all of this public school system that we've been brought up in. But we want to make you aware of some of the other offerings in the ERGJ Black Bookstore as well. First, our book of the week. That's right, our book of the week, Maximize Your Tax Refund. Everybody put in comments below, maximize. Miss Yvette Best has written this book. She's an established tax accountant and author. Maximize Your Tax Refund, 35 surefire ways to get more from your return now. Now, why is this the book of the week this week? Well, it's mid-year. And hopefully, if you are a black business owner or you do some things on your own, you're starting to do your mid-year taxes. And so you want to make sure that you will understand everything that you can get out of your taxes, all your write-offs and all that stuff. Everybody should have, every black business owner should have a tax book in their library. Don't you think that's smart? The ways for you to keep more of your money. Every black business owner should have a tax book in their library. Now, here's the cool thing. Along with this book, when you buy the book, you're going to get a code that's going to allow you to get a free 60-minute tax strategy session with the author. That is what makes this book so valuable. I mean, obviously all the content, but being able to sit down and have a free 60-minute session with an established tax accountant as part of your contribution for supporting her and the book that she wrote for you. Man, I think that is an absolutely phenomenal deal. How could you pass up being able to sit down with a tax accountant 60 minutes for 20 bucks? Think about what I just said. Being able to sit down with an established tax accountant to help you with your tax strategy for $20. Maximize your tax refund. You get that at ERGJ Black Bookstore for 20 bucks, and you get that right now. Also, we have Black Dollars Matter. Everybody put in the comments for Black Dollars Matter. Go ahead and pick up Black Dollars Matter here by Mr. James Klingman. Black Dollars Matter is going to teach your dollars to make more sense. Teach your dollars to make more sense. Not only does Black Dollars matter, guys, Black wealth matters. And the fight that we are in is an economic fight. And matter of fact, I don't know, maybe, just maybe, Jay-Z wrote his music based off this book. That's what I think. I think Jay-Z wrote all his lyrics. He just took it right out of this book and he put it into some music. Well, you can listen to the song, or you can also read the book, and then you can help yourself get out of your own, finance your own freedom by understanding, starting to learn how your dollars matter and how to make your dollars make more sense. You can get the Black Dollars Matter book for 20 bucks at ERGJ Bookstore today. Good morning, Wendy B. How are you? But I also want to make you aware of Wealth is a Mindset. Now, we in the financial arena today. Wealth is a Mindset by Miss Shina Key, our sister, bringing you financial awareness topics along with tips and tricks to encourage you to think big when it comes to getting big results while building your empire. Everybody put in the comments, wealth is a mindset. You got to change the way that you think about money if you want to change the results that you want to get out of your financial life. And why not pick up a book that's going to help you to do that? Because quite honestly, if you could do it by yourself, you would have already done it. Wealth is a mindset. You must be wealthy in your mind long before you're wealthy in your wallet. And I'm here to tell you, some of y'all are broke because you don't read. Some of you are broke because you won't put financial literacy or financial education. You won't make it a priority in your life. And you think you can figure it out by yourself. Well, we got some wonderful books for you to do that and to help you. Now, I also want to make you aware of the final book. We're going to have this man on our show tonight, Black Man Monday. It's called Monetize My Life by the financial health mentor, none other than Mr. H. Cortez. Right? He's written a book to give you ways, 4 incredibly simple ways. Everybody put in the comments, monetize my life. 4 incredibly simple ways to turn your passions into profit. That's right, to turn your passions into profit. A lot of you guys love what you do, but many of you guys are doing what you love for free, and you're doing what you hate for money. In other words, it's something like, somebody said this the other day, that you are trading your money for freedom, or are you trading your freedom for money? Now, let me say that again. Are you trading your money for freedom, or are you trading your freedom for money? And many people are trading their freedom for money. And that's why they call it the corporate plantation. That's why they call it the plantation, whatever that means. But that's what they're saying. They're saying, you know what? I willingly trade my freedom for money, and then I act like I'm a slave, but I'm a voluntary indentured servant, because I won't learn how to turn my passions into profit, and that way I won't work another day in my life because I'm getting paid to do what I love to do. Trading your freedom for money. Well, guys, made you aware of 4 opportunities for you to change the way you think in your life, and change your results. People ask me, what can I do with these Jay-Z lyrics? Well, you got to do something like this. You got to do something like this. You got to do something like this, and you got to do something like this. Ways for you to increase your income, ways for you to keep more of your income, ways for you to act like you're wealthy, and ways for you to change your life, your financial life. And you can do it if you're willing to read. The more you learn, the more you earn. Now, there are sponsorships packages available. If you want to sponsor this show, want to make you aware of that, then we'll get right into what we need to talk about today. We do have Pump Up the Volume sponsorship package. Everybody put in the console, Pump Up the Volume. Now, what is that? That is where you sponsor this show, and we bring traffic to your business, and we help you sell more stuff. In other words, we pump up the volume into your black business. See, Some of you guys have businesses, but people don't know about it, right? When I look down your timeline, I can't tell that you got a business. Well, maybe you need a little help. Maybe you need to be on a show getting your stuff pumped up for 2 weeks. Well, if you're interested in that, we got some packages available for you to pump up the volume into your business, and you can actually do that. All you got to do is just go to the ERGJ Black Bookstore, go ahead and send a message, right? It's called a Facebook message. Send a message. Let us know you're interested in the pump up the volume sponsorship packages. We'll get back to you, and we'll make you aware of what we have available for you if you want to sponsor this show or any of the other shows. We do about 9 shows, almost 10 shows a week, okay? So you got an opportunity to be a part of that. Your business has an opportunity to be a part of that, and you can get some volume pumped up into what you do to help you sell more of your stuff. Good morning, Ms. Monique. How are you? Now, Dangote's 10 Commandments on money, we are picking up in number 9. Number 9 says this: always be on the lookout for needs to satisfy. In the comments below, go ahead and put in the comments below, satisfy a need. Satisfy a need. Always be on the lookout to satisfy needs, or always be on the lookout for needs to satisfy. Now, we're not going to do a recap today, but let's get right into what he might have to say today. The richest black man in the world. What are your nuggets of wisdom for your black people as we move into this marvelous Monday, the day before Black Economics Independence Day? Always be on the lookout to satisfy for needs to satisfy. The Forbes magazine ranking, which put my teacher as the 334th richest man in the world, the richest black African, and the second richest black person in the world as of March of 2008, made him to work even harder instead of resting on his oars. So in 2008, he was the second richest black man in the world. Now he's the richest black man in the world. Kept on building. Instead of resting on his oars, as little minds would have wanted him to do, he was pushing even harder. He was pushing even harder. As he rightly said, the ranking was a very big challenge for him to work harder. Indeed, being a strong believer in the principle of stretching forward, the strong believer in the principle of, a principle of stretching forward. Everybody put in the comments, so stretch forward. There's a principle that he believed in called stretch forward. Stretch forward. I'm going to be thinking about this all day. A strong believer in the principle of stretching forward. Wow. Even if another ranking is done, it is discovered that he has overnight dethroned Warren Buffett and became the world's richest man, it will not slow him down. After all, it is a fact that nobody can be too rich. It's a fact that nobody can be too rich. As I said in the last chapter, we were in Dubai when the ranking was published. Ordinarily, when we're outside Nigeria, we usually have more time to rest, but this particular trip was a different ball game. My teacher was as busy as a tenant whose landlord is on his neck for his overdue rent. Before I woke up in the morning, he was out of the hotel room attending on one business meeting or the other. That was the case until the day we returned to Nigeria. Mike, how are you? He had asked when the taxi that picked me up from the hotel where we lodged in the city pulled up to the airport where my teacher was waiting for me. I'm fine, thank you, I replied as we walked towards the departure lounge. I feel we should talk while I'm on board, he said. My thinking was that I could conclude the remaining lessons here in Dubai, but my engagement became more than I anticipated. You don't become one of the world's richest men and expect your life to remain the same. You don't become one of the world's richest men and expect your life to remain the same. Let me stop right there. You don't become successful in your ventures. You don't experience massive success in your life and expect your life to remain the same. That's important that that we grasp that you don't experience massive success in your life and expect for your life to remain the same. It cannot. It must not. It must grow and develop well with your success. Power and success are simultaneous. You can't expect your life to remain the same and also expect to have massive success. See, you know what I'm saying? So if you want massive success, then you must accept that your life is going to stretch forward, that your life is going to elevate and change. There's going to be a different status on your life if you are wanting massive success in your life. I thought to myself, I also told myself that we're in a world of equilibrium, and whoever disturbs the balance either by going in or coming out of a system also disturbs everything around him. As VIPs, we did not go through protocols. The world has a way of making things easy for celebrities. While ordinary mortals were queuing up to be searched, we were taken through a door with an inscription, out of bounds to non-staff into the airfield. That is one of the treatments that celebrities get. People break the rules for them. Our lesson today, he started as we sat inside the plane and fastened our seatbelts, is always be on the lookout for needs to satisfy. What this says to me, my people, is that you should always be on the lookout for opportunity. Everybody put in the comments a little opportunity. Always be on the lookout for needs to satisfy. I know that I mentioned this in the past, the last time we were in Dubai, but now I want to discuss it in detail. This lesson ought to have come earlier, but I decided to leave it until you have built a large capital base, because discovering needs to satisfy without the wherewithal to do so could be frustrating. Just as the Christian Holy Book says, money answers all things. A lot of people have beautiful ideas, but the wherewithal to put them into action becomes a problem. Money answers all things. For instance, what's going on, Lester? How are you? The idea of automobile manufacturing is in every mechanical engineering textbook. Every mechanical engineer you see on the street can manufacture cars, but the problem is making it competitive or even cheaper than Japanese cars. For you to do that, you need a huge capital base, because for it to be cheaper than the Japanese cars, you have to mass produce. As the more the quantity produced, the lesser the unit cost of production, and vice versa. That is what is hindering most mechanical engineers from venturing into automobile manufacturing. And not that they don't have the knowledge. So it's not the knowledge sometimes, it's the money. It's not the knowledge sometimes, it's just the capital. The lesson you have to learn from this is that you should not go into any business in which you don't have comparative advantage, and that is after you have explored all the available options. You should not go into any business that you don't have comparative advantage. Now, I really want you to think about this, because some of you guys have some business concepts and you got some business ideas and you want to do business. You want to start your own business. You want to be in business for yourself. But are you thinking about a business that you have a comparative advantage? For example, when I went into business with ERGJ Black Bazaar, which it brings African imported and Black owned products to the community, right? I didn't start with a t-shirt, because I knew a t-shirt did not give me a comparative advantage. I started with dashikis because I knew dashikis gave me a comparative advantage. You see, what is going to give you a comparative or competitive advantage of that which it is that you were looking to go into or get into? What's going to make you stand out? What's going to be different? What is going to what's going to help you to capture market share if you're doing the same thing that everybody else is doing? The only difference is going to be how you do it. Something for you to think about. And that is after you've explored all the available options. And you really have to explore all the options. Everybody put in the comments below, explore. You have to explore all the options. You don't have to give up without a real fight. Had it been that we are lily-livered, we would not have gotten Benu Cement Company. It was a real fight between us and the state government. But because I'm convinced that I have a better vision and a capacity to turn the company around for the good of the country, I refused to give up for almost 4 years. I kept on fighting. And today we're all better for it. Benu state government is benefiting. Benu people are benefiting. Nigerians are benefiting. Are you willing to fight for what you want for years? Matter of fact, I think you got a dream right now. How long have you really been fighting for that dream? How long have you been putting in the effort, putting in the work, and fighting for that dream that you got, that goal that you want to accomplish? You understand that where there is no struggle, there is no progress. So you got to understand that there's going to be a fight for you to win financially, for you to win in business. There's going to be a fight. I mean, how could you even go into something not thinking that there's not going to be a fight? Don't you understand that every time you try to make some progress in life, it's the job of the enemy to battle you? I mean, everything in life is a battle if you think about it. Sports is a battle, offense and defense. Business is a battle. Everything is a battle. It's a fight for territory. It's not supposed to be easy. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. Believe me, you don't want everybody doing it. If everybody is doing it, you need to go do something else. Because everybody, the crowd is broke, okay? that's just the bottom line. The crowd is broke. That's why I decided to leave the crowd a long time ago. The crowd is broke. The crowd is complaining. The crowd ain't doing nothing but loving the barrel or the bottom of the barrel. You got to walk away from the crowd. All over the world, government is giving concessions to private operators to run their establishments. And Nigeria should not be an exception. Therefore, if you see any government corporation that you know that you have the capacity to turn around, nothing should stop you from going to bid and ask government for the concession to run it. Because at the end of the day, it will still return to Nigerians. What is he telling you, black people? He's telling you to learn how to get these government contracts. That's what he just said. He just told you that if you see something that you can benefit from, even if it has to do with the government, you need to go get that government contract. So in other words, you got to learn how to get government contracts. That's for me too, right? I haven't gotten to that world yet, but clearly there is some money that the government is willing to give out to help the government be better, even at your expense. Why not take advantage of it, get that money, and then use that money to do whatever it is your mission is? Learn how to get government money. Everybody else does. Why not you? Club Millie, that's coming, by the way. Club Millie, that's coming. To ask government for concession to run it because at the end of the day, it will still return to Nigerians. For instance, I'm given a concession to run Warri refinery. I cannot carry it to Libya or Chad. It will still be in Warri, Delta State of Nigeria. It is an immovable property, so I cannot put it in my pocket and take a walk. It will still be left to Nigerians at the end of the day. I saw reason in what he was saying. Instead of government allowing what should help to change the lives of millions of Nigerians to waste, it is better for it to give such to private operators with the capacity to turn such establishments around and use them to better the lives of the people. Now, this goes into a lot of different arenas. When we start talking about the government giving concessions to people or businesses that can turn things around to the betterment of the people. This is where we start getting into, well, how can you stop gentrification? Well, you can stop gentrification by learning how to get into the tax lien business and go and get some of these properties that they're giving away. How do you stop? You know what I'm saying? Like we got to be smarter. We got to be smart. We got to start learning the system and playing the game. We got to get educated. I mean, we have just got to get educated about this game called money. The government is literally giving stuff away, but no black folk are in line. Think about that for a second. They literally giving stuff away, but there are no black folk in line. Every other group is in line to get that money, but black folk. Don't chop it down because I'm preaching good. Continue from where he stopped. My teacher said that human needs are insatiable is an eternal truth. As long as there is life, there will always be needs. As long as there is life, there will always be needs. Man will never be satisfied. Satisfy this need and he will focus on another. And the fact is, once you're able to spot and satisfy a need in the society, you are made. But for you to be able to do this, you have to be a student of society. Everybody put in the comments below, student of society. How many of you guys are actually studying people? How many of you guys are actually studying people? See, the key to your success in business, or actually the key to your success in life, is you must understand that life is nothing more than a relationship game. It's all about the relationships. And if you are unwilling to study other people to help you build stronger relationships, then how in the world can you expect to get in some of the doors that you wish would open for you? It's not all about what you know. It's not all about who you know. It has a lot to do with who knows you. Are you a student of society? This ever-evolving thing called society changes on a regular basis. You should always be studying the society to know what people are thinking, doing, and where they want to go. You should also have it at the back of your mind that man, like every other animal, seeks pleasure and shuns pain. He is attracted to pleasure the way pen is attracted to magnet. Therefore, if you're looking out for the needs to satisfy, your thought energy should be concentrated on those things that provide pleasure. Those needs that would make life easier than what it is at the present. Again, life is becoming more demanding than ever, and it will continue to be so. Everybody is becoming busy. There's now pressure of time on everybody. This therefore means that any product that man will have to spend a lot of time on will not be hot in the market because it will be working against his current busy tempo. That is why flour and noodles have taken over the conventional food that people eat. In the morning, instead of spending 1 hour cooking rice, they just spend 5 minutes on noodles and go their way. The same thing is applicable to cassava or yam flour. Because of pressure, man now wants ways of doing important but difficult things in easy or simple ways. And some great entrepreneurs are cashing in on this and smiling to the bank. Let's repeat that again. Because of pressure, man now wants ways of doing important but difficult things in easy or simple ways. Easy or simple. Everybody put in the comments below. Easy or simple. Easy or simple. Now, there's a reason why the ERGJ Black Bookstore makes it easy and simple for Black folks to practice group economics. Makes it easy and simple to get your Black authored book. ERGJ Black Bazaar makes it easy and simple to get your Black-owned products delivered to your doorstep. Makes it easy and simple. People say they don't have time to go find a Black business. Well, we bring the Black business to the people. You see what I'm saying? They say they don't have time. They say they can't find it. They say, oh, ain't no black businesses in my. I'm in Iowa. I can't find no Black business. Well, guess what? We're gonna bring the Black businesses to your doorstep. We're gonna put Black businesses in your face. We're gonna make it easy and we're gonna make it simple so you can't use those excuses no more. We make it easy and we make it simple. One click of a button and you get your Black business stuff to your doorstep. How easy are you making your business to the people? How simple are your processes to the people? Are you a student of society? For instance, with the Nestle canned tea, you can have your tea anytime and anywhere, even in transit. It's the same wisdom that those who came up with the sachet and bottled water applied. The idea is for you to have access to clean water anytime, anywhere. You no longer have to wait before you can get to your house, before you can have access to clean water to quench your thirst. There are needs that people are discovering and filling. So you should be a good student of society. You should always keep your eyes open to know where the pendulum is about to swing. One of the attributes of a good entrepreneur is being proactive. You should always try to be the first to strike. You should always try to be the first or at worst among the first to get involved in a deal. You don't have to wait until a deal becomes a masses thing. You don't have to wait until the deal becomes a masses thing before you go in. Every deal is like that. Every deal is like a whale that has come out of the ocean to the bank. If you are the first to know, you move in and begin to cut the choicest part. By the time it becomes public knowledge that a whale is at the bank of the ocean and everybody begins to come, you will be willing to lend your knife to whomever you wish and move on to something else. I really want, we really gotta sit on this for a second. Let's go back and read what he just said. There are needs that people are discovering and feeling every day, right? So you should be a good student of society. You should always keep your eyes open to know where the pendulum is about to swing. In other words, recognize the trend. Everybody put that in the comments below. Recognize the trend. See, black people, black folk always are participating in the trend. They always are making the trend go. They are always watching the trend, paying attention to the trend. They even set the trend, but hardly ever do they profit from the trend. I'll repeat that again. Black folk normally set the trend. They participate in the trend. They watch the trend. They even know the trend, but hardly ever do they profit from the trends that they set. We are trendy people. Look at the clothes you wear, the shoes you wear, the style, the fashion that you bring in and out. You're trendy people. You set the trends, but yet you don't profit from them. You let everybody else profit from the trends that you set. You help Amazon become so big. You help Netflix become so big. You help them. And you did not ask for a check. You advertise for them. You send people. You send people. Matter of fact, you advertise. You monetize their life. You advertise for them. You market for them for free. You don't even have a referral link. You don't get paid. You don't ask for a check. You don't tell them to send you a check for all the free app. You just blew up Jay-Z album and did not get a check from Tidal. Let's just keep it real. You just blew his album up. Did not get one single check come back to you. Think about that. Now, the other advertising agencies that Tidal paid to pump up the volume for this new album, they got paid. But you gave free advertising and did not get a check. In other words, you're not monetizing your life, you're monetizing the lives of everybody else. Because you don't understand capitalism, and for some reason you think capitalism is a bad word. But yet you'll complain when everybody else capitalizes off the very same things that you're doing for free. Now, there's nothing wrong with me pumping up the volume for my main man, H. Cortez. Nothing wrong with that. This is my main man. But my guy, what I'm just trying to convey to you today is that we continue to pump up the volume for Nike, for Jordan, for the iPhone, for whatever. And we don't ask for a check. We sick, boss. We sick. All right, you should always keep your eyes open to know where the pendulum is about to swing or the trend. One of the attributes of a good entrepreneur is being proactive. Being proactive. You should always try to be the first to strike. You should always try to be the first, or at worst among the first, to get involved in the deal. So that happens to be a deal that's going on right now. A deal to become a part of a private company before they go public, and they just happen to be a black-owned company. There's a deal that's available to black folk right now. The book is telling you should always be the first to strike. But most black folk, they're going to wait until the company goes public. They're going to wait until the shares are traded at a point where they're going to be like, oh, that's too expensive. Well, they could have got the shares at 5 cents, but they're going to wait till the shares are $2,000. And then they're going to say it's too expensive because black folk are always waiting. They always procrastinating. They always hesitating. And then they're ready to complain. Oh, I can't afford that. Well, you couldn't afford it when it was 5 cents either. It's not about your affordability. It's not about the cost. It's not about the cost to be wealthy. It's not about the cost to be rich. It's not about the cost. It's about the commitment. That's what I learned when I started studying money. It's not about the cost because people pay for what they want. They don't think about the cost when they go buy them Jordans. They don't think about the cost. They committed to Jordan. They committed to that brand each and every time a shoe comes out. They're committed to that. But they're not committed to their very own wealth, their very own legacy. They're not committed to an inheritance to their children's children. They're not committed. Are you committed? You don't have to wait until a deal becomes a masses thing before you go in. Every deal is like a well that has come out of the ocean to the bank. If you're the first to know, you move in and begin to cut the choicest part. By the time it becomes public knowledge that a well is at the bank of the ocean and everybody begins to come, you would be willing to lend your knife to whomever you wish and move on to something else. However, if there's a business that people are already doing and you want to go in, your going in must be to take the business to another level. In other words, you don't go in business to compete, people. You go in business to dominate. Why am I saying this? Because it's not every business that you can start as number one. So you have to start as a challenger and then work your way up to the top. He just said you dominate. Everybody put in comments, go dominate. You're not in business to compete. You start out competing, but your whole MO, your whole agenda is to dominate. Be a leader in that field. Dominate. What does domination look like? Domination looks like excellent customer service. That's what domination looks like. Excellent customer service. Domination looks like a spirit of immediately. A domination looks like willing to take calculated risk. Domination looks like collaboration that's going to get you better prices on the stuff that you buy. Domination. It's not to put them out of business. That's not what you're dominating for. You dominating so that everybody know you at the top and they come to you first. Some of you have to start as a challenge and work your way up to the top. But as I said earlier, one thing that you should always bear in mind is that a man is a pleasure-seeking animal. He craves for pleasure and can give his all to have it. This is why I said the other day, people don't buy what they need. People buy what they want. And as a black business owner, are you selling what people want? I'll repeat that again, because somebody really got to understand it. It's really just that simple. A pleasure-seeking animal, he buys what he wants, not what he needs. See, typically your needs always on the back burner. Like, I need some socks right now. I don't want no socks. I don't want to go buy some new socks, but I need some socks. Eventually, I'm going to go buy some new socks. More than likely, I'm going to wait until all the socks are dirty, it's ready to go into the laundry, and I don't have another pair. Then I'm going to run up to the store and buy what I need. But you best believe what I want, I done already got. So are you in the want providing business? Or are you in the need providing business? Hopefully in both. You got something that people need and they want. In other words, alkaline water. Everybody drinks water. Everybody wants to be healthy. I'll repeat that again. You see that? Did you just get that connection? Everybody drinks water. That's a need. They don't necessarily need just any kind of water. They have to want to be healthy. They got to want healthy water. So everybody drinks water. Everybody drinks water. That's the need. You got it. You have to have water in your body. Everybody drinks water, but everybody wants health. You see, I got a product that I am a part of that provides the need and the want all in one. Do you see why it's a success? Do you see why I'm trying to help as many black folk understand this, get in it so they can build wealth? Do you understand why I do that? But some people just can't see the forest for the trees. They'll never see the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow because the trees are in the way. Woo! He craves for pleasure, he can give and can give his all to have it. Therefore, you should always be asking yourself, how can I make this product or service more pleasurable? How can I make this product or service simpler? How can I make this product or service less complicated or less difficult? Once you're able to provide answers to these questions, you're on your way to the top. Once you're able to provide answers to these questions, ask these questions one more time. How can I make this product or service more pleasurable? How can I make this product or service simpler? How can I make this product or service less complicated or less difficult? Once you're able to answer these questions, you're on your way to the top. And on our way to the top is trying to catch him if you can. The richest black man in the world has left a book, 10 Commandments on money. And he's sharing with us some things that I think we all should take something away. And so my question to you right now is, what did you learn today? What is your takeaway? This is not a time to be entertained. I don't mind entertainment as long as you're getting something out of it. I don't mind taking my hour in the morning to come and read to us, and so that we can get something that's going to change our lives. We change the way that we think will change our life. Well, what's something that the richest black man in the world has said unto you today that's helping to change the way that you think so you can actually change your life? In the comments below, let me know, what did you learn today? What was your takeaway? Because at the end of the day, if you learn nothing, there's no point in me being here tomorrow. I might as well just sit in my little quiet time and read my own little book to myself. What did you learn today? But then also, going over to the ERGJ Black Bookstore. And when you get to the Black Bookstore, the ERGJ Black Bookstore on Facebook, go ahead and like the page, follow the page. But what I really want you to do is leave a review. Why? Because I've learned that money is nothing more than the exchange of value for value. Everybody put in the comments below, exchange. And if you felt like you got value out of your time with being here with the ERGJ experience today, well, my request is that you would exchange value with the review that you leave on the business page. See, I'm not asking you for your money today. What I'm asking you to do is to tell me about your experience, and you can do that by way of a review. Are you willing to exchange value for value, or are you the person who takes but never gives? That's another big problem in our community. We always want to get, but we don't want to give. And until we understand the law of reciprocity, that I might not have the money today, but I do have a few words that I can exchange for the value that I receive. And you do that. You might not have the money today to buy my new book, but you share that information or that opportunity with someone else to buy the book. You might not have the money today, but there's some value that you can give. There is absolutely some value that you can give. And are you willing to do that for your brother and or your sister? Well, we share with you also the Black Billionaires Club, which is coming out. You can find that on the ERGJ Black Bookstore. The Maximize Your Tax book, which is our book of the week. You can get that for $20 over at the ERGJ Black Bookstore. The Black Dollars Matter book, you can get that as well at the ERGJ Black Bookstore. We also mentioned to you Wealth is a Mindset. You can get that over at the ERGJ Black Bookstore. And then also the book from the man himself who'll be on tonight, Mr. H. Cortez, Monetize My Life. You can get that also at the ERGJ Black Bookstore. If you are interested in sponsoring this show in the future, make sure that you send a message to the ERGJ Black Bookstore saying, I want to pump up the volume in my business. We'll reach out to you and let you know the things that are available for you and see what package you want to take advantage of. Well, guys, we see here we got one takeaway from today. and that was change my mindset about money and be in a position to seize opportunity when it presents itself. And I don't know whether someone else is typing right now or not, but I'm assured that I probably talk faster than you type. I also said exchange value. Exchange value. Well, guys, we've just gone through some more lessons from the richest black man in the world, and hopefully you did take something away from it, even if you won't type it. You know, I don't know. I just, you know, you do what you do, nonetheless. But this is the New Black Wall Street Book Club. This is ERGJ, your host, founder of the New Black Wall Street Book Club, founder, CEO of ERGJ Black Bookstore and ERGJ Black Bazaar, where we're bringing African imported products and black-owned products to your doorstep, making it easy for you to practice group economics. Well, guys, I want you to remember this as we leave from the richest black man in the world today, that to always be on the lookout for needs to satisfy. To always be on the lookout for me. In other words, keep your eyes open for opportunity. Well, I want you to remember this, man, that it takes a village, and it starts with us. Let's build black wealth together. You guys have a marvelous Monday, and let's get ready for Black Economic Independence Day. I can't wait, because I want you to learn how to finance your own freedom in this great country of capitalism. Have a fantastic day. I'll talk to you soon.
It's the New Black Wall Street Book Club. New Black Wall Street. With your host, Evan Jefferson. Evan Jefferson. It's time for us to go. Yeah. Now, you ain't got to leave the computer, but we encourage you to get out there and learn and apply all the things you learn at the New Black Wall Street Book Club. Book Club.